Hello and welcome. My name is Maria Prater and I teach Agile Project Management at NYU. Today, I'm going to share two tools with you, Jira and Trello. Both are used for Agile Project Management. So I will start with Jira. Jira is by far the winner in Agile Project Management. Over 80% of Agile companies are using Jira throughout enterprise. And it is very simple and intuitive. Probably that's what made it so popular. You start in Jira by creating a project. A project in Jira is not the same as traditional project, which has start and end date. It is more of an agile team, sustainable, dedicated team working from a specific backlog on a product over the lifetime of this product. To create this, you go to create project, select the project, give it a name. Let us say it's a super app that we're building. It assigns 2 or 3 letter key to it. And we want to use Scrum templates. We're using Scrum, time-boxed iterations, feature-based delivery. So we create this project for our team. And we need to create work that needs to be done. So we'll start by creating an epic or a large feature. So let us say we want to call it logon functionality, log on to Super App Jira. We provide summary as a Super App user. I want to log on to Super App so that I can take advantage of its functionality. I can provide any acceptance criteria, new account creation, password retrieval, remember logon, and so forth. So with that, we're creating this work item. We can immediately see this epic here on the board. Within this epic, let us create a few user stories. We can go through create screen or go directly into this epic. Let's do both ways. So summary, let's do one just basic logon. Let's do another one from here. But we need to make sure that we assign it to logon epic, logon to super user epic. So as we're working on this user story, we have a number of fields that we can update. Here is the epic link, logon to Super App Jira. We can also attach any files or create subtask. Let us say username specific. We can change priority. By default, it's medium. Let's assign the highest and assign the item to myself. So let's go back to our backlog. Now we have an epic and a user story under it. Let's create a couple more user stories. Let's do it the easy way. Let's just provide shells for now. Let's do password retrieval. That's a new user story. And let's do another one. New account creation. Let's make sure we assign it to the same epic. Let's assign upon estimation by the team story point value. Let's say this is a 2. This is an 8. It's a very large one. And this is a 3. Let's create another one. Username retrieval. Let's also change priority to low, assign it to the same epic, and create. Let's see, this one is 2 story points, and we've built our backlog. If we want to specify when we want to release this functionality, we just create version. That's Jira term for release. We call it release 1. We can specify the date. So we started working today. We want to release next Tuesday. And we can assign our epic to this specific release. Similarly, we can move our user stories between epics. Let us say we want to create another epic. Super user epic. We created it, provided summary. As a super user, I want to log on with admin privileges. We created and moved whichever story we wanted to this other epic. Immediately it shows that there is one issue here. So let us say now we want to start our sprint. We're doing planning with the team. We created our sprint 1. We can create as many as we want and drag and drop our items. Let us say we can do only 10. We cannot do more. So I started the sprint, 2 weeks. I provided sprint goal, log on functionality. I'm starting the sprint, and then all of a sudden, for some reason, new team member joins. I find out that I can do another story, which is a bad practice, and I would never advise to do so. But let us say my team decides, once we started the sprint, to take 2 points of additional work into the sprints. Immediately I get notification that I'm affecting sprint scope. It's not advisable, and we will see later in the reports how it's reflected in reporting. But for now, I have my backlog. I started my sprint. Now I want to track progress within the sprint. I use my board for this. So the board is set up in such a way that I can see cards for work items and can track progress that my teams are doing in accomplishing this functionality. Again, sprint has to be created, work items to be available, sprint has to be active, and then I can build a board. Again, this is highly configurable. I can go to board settings, remove approvals, add another column called architecture view, board review if it is needed. I can create a new status, board review, or select one of existing ones, and here it is. Once I go back to the board, I immediately see all the 4 statuses here. By drag and drop, I can move items freely throughout the board. And once the sprint is done, I can complete it. Let us say we are done with this user story, and this one is still in progress. So we completed sprint here, and it will show us how all the items are moved to the next sprint. Now, on a daily basis, I want to see how well I'm progressing. So what I do here, I go to reports. For Scrum teams, I recommend burn down chart. It will show me how my team is doing. As you can see, all it shows that I moved a new story into the sprint and violated the sprint scope. I can go through and see which item was moved and what the current status of this item is. There are other reports for Kanban teams. We suggest cumulative flow diagram. You can look at how predictable your team is or how your releases are progressing. However, your stakeholders may be interested in viewing data in a more cohesive and comprehensive way. For this, I want to create a filter. Let us say I just want to look at all the items from this super app, but also I'm working on another super app application. So let me combine together all the 3 super app projects I created here. Let me search for all those items. As you can see, quite a number. Save this filter. I gave it a name, super app filter. With that, let me create a dashboard. Dashboards, create dashboard. So I want to call it super app dashboard. As you can see, I have 3 teams here working on super apps. I also want to share it with everyone in this project. There is another one. Let me call it super app dashboard 2. So here is the dashboard. As you can see, it is clean slate. I add what Jira calls a gadget, configurable reports that you can select, pick and choose as you want, activity stream, everything that is happening assigned to me, my own ones. Let us say I want to look at days remaining in sprint. I want to create a filter and look at the results. I want to do statistics by specific parameters. I want to look at the pie chart by assignee. I want to look at the burn down and overall sprint health. Version report by release. Maybe that's it for now. So as you can see, I can drag and drop those. So let's configure those for, I want to look at SFJ board for this release. How am I doing? Nothing yet in this release. Let me see whether I can look at a different board. I called it super app board. Let's see, no releases there either. Let me look at the sprint health. I haven't changed anything. 12 points, 9 days left. How is our burn down looking? Let's check. Here it is, went up instead of down, something I need to investigate as a Scrum Master. Let's look at our filter. We said super app filter by assignee. We can see I own 1 item and 5 are unassigned. I can also drill through and see them in Issue Navigator. I can also look at my filter. And create any view by any parameter. This one is by assignee, but I also can move by priority, let us say, or by project if I have multiple projects. In this case, everything is super app for Jira. I can go to my filter, select the number of results, and visualize the data based on those parameters. I can look at how many days are remaining in my sprint and move it up so that everyone knows exactly where we stand. I can also create a feed of items that are assigned to me. I can do activity, what is happening on our project, so that everyone could see any most recent work. And I can move those items around. And finally, with this dashboard, you never have to create, export any data. There is no discrepancy. There is live data. Any stakeholder has a link. They can go and see how we're progressing. Finally, you can edit your own parameters by going to Profile, uploading your own picture, selecting notifications that you want to receive, selecting your projects, your contact data, and other items within Jira settings that you may want to update as an admin. So as you can see, Jira is a highly flexible tool that can be used by any team. So let us look at Trello. Trello is much simpler. It is not for large organizations and large groups. It is perfect for small group specific projects or for family events. For example, you're planning a family reunion. Trello would be great. So Trello allows teams, again, this is the team, you have pictures, you have number of people, you can expand it, you can provide different roles for those people. You can create any items. These are your work items. You just create and save it and move those items around. So once item is done, you can archive it or add another list. You can attach documents to any of the items. You can create checklists based on those. You can create labels and then generate reports and provide comments. Comments are super helpful here. You can also do fun stuff such as you can change the background if you're tired of your background. Multiple people are contributing. You can change it to a different background. But again, very similar functionality for smaller team in a gamified and fun way with a lot of helpful functionality around it. With that, thank you very much. I appreciate you watching this demo. I encourage you to use Jira and Trello to manage your Agile workflow. Thank you. Bye.